guys, welcome back to another video. My name is
Guys, I do not care about my lace. I had a long day at work and I came home and shot this video, so please just bear with me and don't judge.
Maya if you're new here, and today I'm going to continue this video talking about my Navy boot camp experience. I sincerely apologize because in the last one that I was explaining what I went through, but the course of boot camp basic training, whatever you want to call it, has completely turned around from 7 years ago, which is when I went to boot camp. So all I can tell you is what I went through. Some of the foundations and fundamentals have stayed the same, but it's going to be a little different when you go. So let's hop right into the video. So week 4 is Hell Week. You are just now getting out of Hell Week, which is waking up early every day and going to firefighting, the gas chamber, and things of that sort. I don't think I explained my gas chamber experience, but it's really nothing to explain because I was kind of like in the far back, so the gas didn't hit me as bad as everybody else. I kind of just breezed through it. Firefighting wasn't that terrible, but I would say the gear is kind of hot, and do not think that you finna fight this big old tall giant fire. It is a little flame and like a big old metal trash can. So yeah, on to the next. So for weapons, you're gonna I shot a pistol. Well, everybody shoots a pistol, right? Make sure you learn your orders when handling a weapon slash pistol, and you just make sure you know the proper positions and when to do what, because they will pull you and flag you, and it's gonna be embarrassing when it's time to graduate and you don't even have a weapons ribbon, which is something that you should be getting. From what I heard, we don't get the McDonald's ribbon no more, which is the yellow and red one with the national defense one. I heard that's gone, so you don't want absolutely nothing on your chest when you graduate. So just make sure you follow directions. Anyway, so we sat in this big auditorium type thing, and they went over the rules and regulations again. They made sure we knew our commands, our orders, our positions, and whatnot. And then I think we went to a simulator first, and we like practiced shooting with the simulator, and then we went to the actual firing range, which was not too far behind the auditorium that we were sitting in. So I believe they made us take off our blouse, and we went and we lined up, and they are extra super duper careful with watching and spectating how y'all handle these pistols, because they are not playing with you. If you're holding it like you're supposed to hold it a certain way, if you accidentally turn it or anything like that, you're done. They do not care. But anyways, I feel like I breezed past it because I did not want to not make it, or I didn't want to be flagged. I didn't want to be pulled. So out of fear, I made it. Okay, so I hope my wig not just showing out, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me, okay? Because I'm just getting off of work. So if the wig is lifting, it's just lifting. Ignore it. Y'all came here to get some information, and that's what I'm gonna give to y'all. The wig does not matter. Okay, so anyways, that's that. And then after weapons, I have my notes. I can't remember what it's called, but basically we were on a simulation of a ship, and this is not battle stations, don't get me wrong. I don't believe anybody will ever tell you what happens on battle stations after they graduate boot camp, because I don't know what type of trouble I would get in for that. So this is not about battle stations, but this is like a simulation. You're on a ship and you're practicing line handling, and you have a time to get you're being timed to get the ship out to sea. So there's certain things that you learned in the classroom in like group exercises with your instructors, because you have RDCs and you have instructors. Instructors teach the class. RDCs are like that disciplinary, the ones that are yelling at you and stuff. So your instructors, whoever teaches the class of line handling and seamanship and all of that stuff, you're gonna practice that on the ship stimulation. And when you do, it's gonna be timed. And if you don't do it right, if the person who's spectating y'all and your RDCs is watching y'all, it's a whole big old thing. If you do it wrong, they're gonna make you do it again. And it took like, I think it was like a 30-minute exercise, man. It was a 30-minute evolution, and they're gonna make you do it again. And if you don't do it right for giggles, they might make you do it again for a third time. So just make sure that you and your division are getting stuff right, and make sure that all of y'all are paying attention, because I think we did it twice. We did it twice, and I was just so irritated. I was so irritated by the end of that whole thing, and we ended up passing. You do want to pass it. You guys do want to pass that as a division, but that's one thing I remember. And just remember that weeks 5 through 8, it's saying here now that is 9 weeks now. I don't know what that last week is about, y'all. I really don't know, or I don't know how they mixed and matched it up to stretch it out. I really don't know, but all I can tell you is my experience. So they're saying, what's drill? Okay, so we did practice a lot of drill and marching and facing movements and stuff. So when your division is like walking around on base, whether that be to like the gym to do exercises to PT, or you're going to do firefighting, or you're going to medical, or anything of the sorts with your division, you're gonna march there. And what you have to do it perfectly, because you don't want to embarrass your RDCs. So during week 5, they're just perfecting that marching and the flags that is being held in the front and all sorts of stuff. Like, they're making sure that is perfect. Okay, the next week 6, I remember taking a lot of like classes, whether it's we had people come in our compartment to visit us, or around the building that we were staying in. We call it the ship. And they were basically telling us about like banking and how to bank and who to bank with, education, career development. So we got to pick where we wanted to go. You don't really get to pick where you want to go. It's like you have a dream sheet, and you write down like 3 places where you want to go, the top being the most, the one that you want to go to the most. I put down California, Florida, and something else, and I ended up getting San Diego, California for my first duty station. So it might work. It just depends, I guess, on what they want to do, but it works for me. So, but a lot of people, they was like, I didn't ask for this, and it really doesn't matter. It's where they want to put you. So yeah, that was week 6. Week 7, it just started getting really fun. And now you and your division, y'all are getting close. It's getting funny. Y'all are laughing, kikiing. Everybody's like either cordial with each other, or you might got beefs with somebody. Somebody got beef with this person. Somebody don't like that person. This person like that person. That boy like this girl. It's getting real comfortable. Like, I'm about to graduate, because we only got 1 more week left after this. And I was a part of a flag division, so in between all the classes and the marching and the PT early in the morning, but in between all of this, I have to, well, our division was a 900 division, so we had to go to practice in between where the graduations happen. We had to go there, I think maybe 2 or 3, 4 times out the week, and practice marching with the flags of each state in the United States. So everybody had a flag, and we had to practice marching with it and how to dip it down and where to stand during other folks' graduation. Every week we seen a graduation, and it was just heartbreaking because I was like, man, when is it gonna be me? When is it gonna be me? And we seeing all these graduations, and finally it was our turn. We was practicing for our own graduation, and it was just like such a, I can't even say it was a weight lifted off my shoulders because we weren't there yet. And don't get too comfortable because your RDCs are kind of like pulling back a little bit, and they're getting a little bit like sentimental with you and like giving you wise words of wisdom and da 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 da. But do not get too comfortable because they will turn around and yell at you some more. Like they don't have to be done or whatever the case may be. Around this time, we had a PFA. Well, we had to do the fitness test, and if you didn't pass the fitness test, this is the serious one. Around week 6 and 7, this is the one that you need to pass. If you didn't pass it, you were gonna get asthma and sent back a few weeks, and you're gonna go to a whole nother division. And you don't want to go back when you got to week 7 and you worked so hard. You don't want to go back and have to do it all over again. So do everything to graduate. Do everything in order to graduate, because they could asmode you for anything. Fighting, breaking any kind of rule, breaking any kind of rule. When you're doing watch standing at night or during the day, whenever you watching the compartment, pass a test, if you doing anything that is not to the Navy standards, or at this point your RDC standards, they could asmode you at any given time. So you just do not want to do that. I wasn't the strongest runner in boot camp, but I did what I had to do to make sure that I passed and that I was graduating, because I was not spending another second. I wasn't spending another second in boot camp. You pass battle stations, you're good. So what I can say is that we went there. We had the phone call before, and then I believe we went to sleep. We went to the compartment, I believe, and then we marched straight to where battle stations is. And all I know is that we went in one way and we just came out another way, and we marched back to the compartment. We were there for hours. We were there for hours, hours, hours. Then we came back, marched to the compartment, and went for phone calls. And I told my parents, "That's it. Like, I made it. I made it. Like, all we have to do now is just graduate, and that's it." So, with that being said, oh, you take pictures and stuff, and don't worry about how you look in your photos, like, because my knuckles were ate up. They were so bad. My knuckles were like peeling and bleeding and stuff because I went in like the winter time. So it was rough on the skin. Nothing was working. And them little products that they got in that store, it wasn't doing nothing for me. I could have had my people send me mail with like good lotion in there or whatnot, because you do get mail, and then they have like we had Sandbox where they could text you a message and send it like a letter. But yeah, I didn't, I don't know, I guess I just wanted to struggle. I wanted to struggle. So called my people, told them I basically passed, just waiting for graduation. Then you get to pick, I think it was 4 people. You get to pick 4, or it was like 4 to 6 people you can send tickets to for your graduation in Great Lakes. And of course my family came out and they supported me, and I think graduation was the happiest day of my life, because I just accomplished something so wonderful. And first of all, it was hard. It was the hardest thing I ever done in my life, and I was tough enough to get through it. And then hearing them say Liberty Call, Liberty Call, and all the family and stuff just rushing to find their sailor, I was just so happy. I don't even think I cried, because I was just so overwhelmed and so happy that it was just done. But a part of me just knew. I knew when I went to that recruiting office, I was like, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass and I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna be in the Navy like I've been want to since the 9th grade. But yeah, I made it, and they call Liberty Call, and you're able to go out with your people out into town, right? So you go out into town with your folks, and you have a certain time that you have to be back to the ship. Do not be late, or you will be in trouble. Make it back to your ship, the building that you staying on, in time. And they're basically like training you for like when you go on deployment and you have to make it back to the ship on time after Liberty. It's called because you're gonna miss ship movement. I mean, anyways, that's a whole nother story. But yes, came back to the ship after chilling with my fam for a little bit, and the next day, depending on when your plane ticket is, you might stay in Holden or you might be gone the next day because boot camp is over after that. We packed up all of our stuff, and well, everybody in the compartment packed up all their stuff, and we had our sea bags ready. My plane ticket was for the next morning, so they give you a schedule of 2 buses. You miss them 2 buses, you're in Holden. You're in Holden all over again, and you gotta wait for them to book you another flight. So the bus I needed to get on was not the first bus but the second bus, and my girl that was next to me, my little bunkmate that was next to me, hers was the first bus. And when I woke up from my bus, that girl was gone. I was like, oh my god, it hurts because you went through hell and high water with these people, and now they're gone. Or you wake up and you just in a whole another different atmosphere, and it's really like, right now that I'm talking about it, it's giving me such a wave of nostalgia, and like, it's bittersweet because I was just so young and so innocent and naive when I joined the Navy, and now I'm here about to be 27. I joined when I was 19. I'm about to be 27 now, and it's been a long journey. But anyways, make sure you make your bus and you make it to the airport, because now you're on your way to C school, if you even have a C school. If you're a BM or something of the sorts like that, you're a pack rate, you're going straight to your ultimate duty station, which could be a ship, it could be on land, it could be shore, wherever they tell you that you're going, that's where you're going. Some people got folders before. I got a folder before. Some people had to go to school and figure out where they was going after they got um, after they passed A school. Then they found out where they was going. But yeah, like, it has been a journey, and I'm just so appreciative, and I'm just so happy that I ultimately did what I wanted to do for myself at the end of the day. And if I could go back to when I had first made up my mind, I would have joined soon as I graduated high school. No doubt about it. I don't regret college. I loved going to college, but I just knew where my heart was, and that was with the Navy. So I hope that this video was able to reach somebody, anybody. I hope it was helpful. I hope that you were able to take something from this video and navigate you into boot camp, and you kind of aren't so shocked and surprised about what is going to happen. I might have left some details out because I did go to boot camp 7 years ago. So please just bear with me, and yeah, I really hope this video helped y'all. If there is any other video that y'all want me to put out Navy related, I could do so. Only thing I can't do is take y'all on a job. But that is the end of my Navy boot camp experience, MEPS experience, all of that. I went on to A school, then I went on to C school, and that's pretty much it. And then I went to my ultimate duty station in San Diego, California. But that's pretty much it for this video. Y'all have to excuse my appearance. I literally just got off of work, and film this video for y'all. So with that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe if you like videos like this. I have other content on my page. Most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe. Please subscribe. See y'all in the next video.